Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, my ego did take a pretty big hit, barely even being able to do 310, but at the same time, finding out that I had such a huge weakness is actually pretty exciting because all I have to do now is fix it. That also means that I get to attempt something that I've never tried before. Because I could tell with this weight that the going up really wasn't the problem. It was just standing up. It was so painful that honestly, I started off with 325 and I didn't think I had it just because of how much the bar hurt to unrack. But actually seeing how I did with the 310, I think it's just because I wasn't really used to that stimulus. I also think part of that problem is because before the heaviest set I did was I think 425 for pause reps, and then the heaviest weight I had on my back before that was 470. So I've really never actually squatted my max, and I think that shows with my back not really being able to handle that much load, or not being able to handle as much load as the rest of my body can. So I think that what I'm going to try is either going to be just holding it. I forget what it's exactly called, but it's literally just holding, standing up with the bar in the air for set amount of time, or tempo squats, where I'm just in every part of the movement for an extended period of time. I am leaning a bit more towards the static holds just because that was the hardest part for me. That was the part that hurt most, and since the back is a little bit more slow twitch, I think that it would get pretty good activation from that, like all the muscles that I'm trying to work. But at the same time, I feel like not really having that much range of motion would kind of be a detriment. Right now, I think that a compromise is having a static hold as a top set and then having the tempo squats as back down sets. And I don't feel like that's going to cause too much central nervous system fatigue just because the hardest part of the movement was literally me not doing anything. And my back recovered pretty quickly from that to the point where I got up to a 405 deadlift at the end of the day. Not because I was supposed to. Honestly, I just couldn't help myself. And really, my back felt fine. And that also kind of makes me think more that it really the problem isn't conditioning, it's literally just that my back isn't strong enough. So for the safety bar squat training, I think I'm just going to start off with a heavy static hold, probably 10 to 20 seconds, and then about 70 to 80% of what my max would be for tempo squats, and then 3 sets of 3. And I'll kind of see how that pays off in the next few blocks. Because really, I should be able to do at least 405 for one on the safety bar. So seeing my back be that weak, honestly, I probably could barely even get 340. Um, so that means I have a long way to go, but I also have a lot of gains to make. With all that said, I am a little bit disappointed that I'm not really going to be doing any normal low bar squats just when I was starting to try to fix my form a little bit more. But that does also mean that I am going to have to really lock in on the Friday technique days alongside deadlift, especially now since that's the only time I'm going to be able to do it. Because I don't want to do all this work and spend months trying to fix a specific thing with my squat just to get worse at squat because I don't know how to do it anymore. And this is kind of an afterthought because this isn't really why I started doing the or why I decided to start doing the back training, but I do think it's going to do a lot, potentially even more than my squat for my deadlift. Just because like with my squat, my back is really the thing that holds me back. Plus the way that the safety bar is set up, it really some of the muscles that it targets are only used in the deadlift because the entire middle of my back, like from the top all the way to the bottom, is just very sore right now. But that's pretty much it for today. This is definitely going to be a very interesting experiment. I am excited to see how it plays out, and I'll see you next time.